Okay, so we can now start again, and we have started with the network security part. So, from the network security perspective, we need to understand what are the uh, areas where we can focus from the to enforce the cyber security. And every day in the news, also every day we see lot of breaches which are happening, lot of vulnerabilities are created, some kind of attack is now present. So very foremost thing is to understand our network. So we had started with that at first. So I'll just share the screen, and we'll talk about how did we start the capturing of the packets and other things. Okay, so we saw that there is IPv version 4 and 6. They have they have been now present in every system, and they are providing the connections. And we got to know that there are certain commands which are helpful to diagnose the system. But these commands are also helpful to know that whether system is acting properly or not, and along with that we can also use it for security purpose as well. So these were the commands that we saw in the last session of the training. And then furthermore, uh, our study has started to understand how to use the ping command. So when you use the ping command, you can use with these many extensions, and all those extensions are helpful for different purposes. So pinging is the first and foremost part of the checking whether particular host is available in our network, or whether host is active or not. So then we started with one of the tool we wanted to demonstrate today, that is Wireshark tool. So Wireshark is one of the open source community, and which has developed this packet sniffing tool. It is called as packet capturing tool as well. So this is actually called as pcap, packet capture. So it is a pcap tool, and it is open source. So you don't need license for that. So a lot of open source softwares are available, tools are available, which can do some testing on the network. With that, we can understand some part of the network. How is it working? Which are the packets flowing in our network and all. However, there are the misuse or exploits are also possible for these open source tools. So definitely, for the understanding purpose, better purpose, we are going to use this Wireshark. Okay, so I'll just give you a brief information about the Wireshark first. So for that, I'll just show you this. So I hope this is visible. So we have to do what? We have to do some network. We have to do some network capture or packet capture, and we can trace the network. tracing of the network is the very first thing, that whether in my system which packets are arriving. Even this is done at the firewall level. So at the firewall level, at the load balancing, so if any IDS or IPS software is there, which is called as intrusion detection and intrusion prevention softwares. So even all those are actually checking for the anomalies of the packets and all. So all these are the different options that we are having. So today we are using this Wireshark tool. So let's see how this Wireshark is used. And so we call it as pcap file. Pcap file is packet capture file. It is the file format which is used as TCP dump. TCP dump means all the packets which are having TCP etc. So Wireshark we can download from the given link, which is wireshark.org. Okay, and we can do different things with that. Very first thing is we need to understand which packets are going in our network, so we can use it for troubleshooting. Then we can learn the network protocols. Like I told you that while using internet, we are using these protocols, that is TCP along with IP. We can use UDP along with IP. Then there is ICMP, IGMP. All these are the different protocols. And at application layer, we have HTTP, hyper, then file transfer protocol, SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. So there are plenty of even RDP, remote desktop protocol. So there are the plenty of protocols which are available, and they are supporting the internet worldwide. So everywhere we can use these uh, protocols in this Wireshark, and we can understand, and we can map those packets, and we can know which packets are there in our particular system, which is having any wired or wireless connections. And last part is what, to examine the network related security issues. So definitely, if you can see a packet, then you try to open that packet. If we can open that packet, then we can understand whether the text which is there, user data which is there inside the packet, is it the plain text or is it the encrypted text. So encrypted text is called a cipher text. Okay, so let's see how can we proceed further. So whenever we are having any Wireshark installed or any pcap software, this is Wireshark is one of the software. It is available for Windows as well as Linux machines. So basic UI, as you can see over here, it will look like this. So there you can see, um, you can just open a test capture, and in that test capture you can see a lot of menu over here, and here there is a filter field. So here you can filter, or you can use different filter conditions. You can combine one or more filters as well together. And whenever you select any particular interface, okay, you have to click on this capture button. Once you click on capture, it will show you the different interface, and then you can select which interface you want. Let's say LAN cable is there, Wi-Fi module is there, so you can select that. And after that you will see these kind of populated lists. So they are called as packet list. So packet list is saying what is my source, what is the destination, and which protocol is currently used for that particular thing. So we have ICMP, we have IGMP, there is DNS as well, then there is SSDP, TCP. So TCP, UDP are the internet packets which are available. So we want this TCP, UDP packets. We want to know that So here, as you can see, there is a source, there is a destination. So it is within the LAN, and now time is also shown. And when you click on any of the packet, let's say I have clicked on this TCP packet. Once you click on it, it will open the packet details. So packet details will show you what? It will show you which type of packet is there. It is a TCP, which is called as Transmission Control Protocol. What is the SRC port? That is called a source port. So source port number is NCU 3196, and then destination port, it is showing it is HTTP 80. So HTTP 80 is the port which is as the destination port. And we all know that HTTP port is, see, every time you keep on getting some new information. So HTTP port is port number 80, while HTTPS, which is with the SSL security, is the port number 443. So if you are using plain internet, then port number 80 is used. Most of the time it is used within the LAN for the data transfer. And here your data or user data is not encrypted. It is in the plain text format. If you type any password over a website which is having only HTTP, not HTTPS, then you can see the informations which is going there directly with the user. And if you are using port 443, because it is a mandatory now for all the websites, they are secure websites and they are using this. So port 443 is actually using HTTPS protocol, and here it is over the internet everywhere across. And here we have what? Here we have encrypted. We have the ciphertext. So ciphertext is called as encrypted text. So when we open this, as you can see, this port number 80 is there, index is there, and some header is there of 28 byte. Header is there. So if you click on this header, this blue thing, if you click over here, then you will get this packet data in the bytes. So in the packet data bytes, there are some numbers are there. All these numbers are actually hexadecimal numbers. Hexadecimal number. It is not in binary. It is hexadecimal. Hexadecimal number. When you click on this, you will get this kind of information. So whatever is dot dot information is shown, that is actually the user data. So let's say you have written your name at the rate some email.com. So that will be visible there. If you have not used the encryption or proper SSL, you will get non-encrypted data there. Even your password, if you have typed, it can be visible there also. So all these things are possible. Okay. So we have the menu bar over here. Then if you click on interface, you'll get all the packets. Even you can filter out with particular packet, and then you can filter out with select any packet, you will get the details, and then you select any particular details within that packet. If you select, you can get the packet details or data present in that packet as well. So all these are the basic present into basic this Wireshark packet capture tool. So what to do? You have to just go open file. These are the steps that you can get everywhere. You have to select the particular interface. So this is showing that there is a Ethernet one, then there is another packet, then there is one pseudo device also. This is virtual interface present, and you can select all these, even single ones. It is up to you, or the device which we want to diagnose. Once you have selected the interface, then you can just click on start. And if you analyze the packet, you can follow the TCP stream. If you follow the TCP stream, you will get the single TCP conversion within the trace. So single TCP, internet is having TCP and UDP packets. So for secure internet, we'll have TCP packet. So TCP packets, we can see how is it reassembled, or overall number of packets are coming. So every TCP packet, see, if you have studied, you need to study this ISO ka OSI model as well. So when you study this model, you get to know that roles and responsibility of each of the layer. So there is one responsibility of transport layer for the assembly of this TCP packet via sequence number. So sequence number we have to align, and then we can use the analysis of any TCP based application. So all these are using the secure TCP application. All are application layer protocols. So at top layer, which is called as layer number 7, there is these application layer levels. So we have this HTTP, FTP, SSH, LDAP, SMTP, all these protocols are there. They are helping. This HTTP is helping in web browsing, FTP is file transfer, SSH is for secure login, LDAP is for identity authentication, SMTP is for simple mail transfer protocol. So all these protocols are available and we can use them. So even those packets are traceable here into Wireshark, and if proper security is not there, even one can see that packet. So that is called as packet sniffing. Packet sniffing is also possible. Even we can see the stats, as you can see that I have shown you in the earlier session that how three-way handshake goes in process. So here also you can see sync command is given, then sync plus acknowledgement is given, and then again acknowledge length is given, and then connection is established, and then again data transfer takes place and all this. And you can see the sequence number and acknowledgement numbers also. So those numbers, whatever number is there, then its acknowledge will be one number next to that. So you have to select the interface, you have to click on start capture, then a particular after a particular time you can stop the capture, so that you got the window over which you got the capturing. Let's say you run it for 3-4 second or 10 second, or maybe for bigger data you can run it for some minutes of time, and then you can stop that capture and you can start doing some analysis or study. So if you want to do some trace analysis, you can just keep on clicking on this, because now this is recorded form, and you can see the and source and destinations, everything, and you can just click and you can get the list of packets. Then you will be having different columns like time, source, protocol, destination, length, everything, which is already shown there in the upper slide. See this one. So these are the columns that we are having: time, source, destination, which protocols are used, length of those packets, and information related to those packets. If you click on any one of them, you get this. If you click any one of them from here, you will get this also. And it is possible, if you have not used any secure communication, one can get the information there. See that if any threat actor is actually available in your network, then it is possible that that threat actor can easily get into the system and can read all these packets. So in bigger organizations, there are a lot of security controls in place. They don't allow the software to be installed at first place. And then if it is installed, then they have to make sure that packet sniffing is not available there. So color codings are also there for different type of packets. We can follow individual packet analysis can be done. So you just keep on selecting a particular packet and just keep on getting. So see, the ICMP packet is selected, so you'll get that. Then you can get the packet details, then you can get the raw packet bytes in the last, which will show you some encrypted data. If it is not secure, you can even get the text format. Then we'll talk about the filters. So on the top, this filter is there, and this is very important part here, filter field. So we can use this filter field to get whatever we want actually, because it is having lot of extra data or lot of dump is there. So we want only a particular thing, so we can use the filtration. And there are the boolean conditions which we can use, like and, or, only. So we can put these conditions that I want to see the data for this IP and this IP only, or this particular packet only. So we can put all those kind of filters into the menu. Okay, we can even compound the filters, 2 3 conditions we can put in together, like we do in the database query, like we do in the analysis. Same thing we can do it here also. So once your filter box is valid, means you have written in proper query format, immediately you will get a green filter. If filter box is green, that means you are typing the correct query. And if it is red, means somewhere you have missed some proper query structure. So your right condition which you are writing is not proper. And yellow means it may give you some unexpected results because you are not filtering it properly. So you can prepare uh, like for different types. So some examples, if you filter these red things, are they are the filter commands that we can put. That is http dot request and then two pipe operators, that means or condition, or http dot response. So it will display whether you have any request or response, both you can get over here. Okay, similarly IP addresses, you can select a particular IP address that I just want all the packets which are coming from this destination, or I just want TCP length which is more less than 100 only. So 100 byte and lesser data will be shown only. Then there is a request for URI match. So sometime we can match it with the particular request, which is, let's say, if any URI is ending with the GIF. So you can just use this particular format and you can get the filter as per that only. You can also sort by DNS name. So let's say I want DNS name query.name as google.com. So it will display all the queries which has been running throughout in the analysis period for this particular website. So this is how different filter or different conditions we can use. Okay, so let's see some uh, way that how exactly we are doing it. So these are the different commands that we talked about, even DNS, get response, other things. We can also use the combined statements of all these, and all these commands we can use, right? So Wireshark is very famous tool and we can use it for packet capturing. It is called as pcap tool, open source. Okay, so I'll just show you how exactly just the demonstration part. So just a minute. So all you have to do is you have to download this Wireshark tool. It will ask for installation. You can go, not just click on, you can select some extra Android dump or extra thing, but right now we are only going with the default options. And all these kind of packets, if you want extension, so yeah, we want all the extension. So you can just, and it will ask whether you want to install ncap. So this is the actually which is running behind, and you can even install USB cap. So USB pcap is actually whatever packets are there, which is running via USB. If you click on this, any USB device which is connected, let's say printer or any other device, web camera, printer or any other input device, even it will capture the packets which is coming and flowing from that also. I don't want that. I just want it for internet. So let's say we have only for this internet only. Okay. So it will try to install it, and uh, actually I wanted to perform this into VM in a virtual machine, but so it is recommended whenever you try to install this, don't install in your system directly. Rather, you install any here we have a virtual box. This is one application that you can download in your system. So in the virtual box, let's see, you can see I have installed one particular operating system which is Linux based, which is actually Kali Linux. Kali Linux is one of the uh, widespread used open distros, and this is mainly for the these kind of activity and red teaming, blue teaming. So Kali Linux is actually having many inbuilt hacking tools. They are already available with the Kali, so you don't have to install them. So even you can use and run this kind of. Is it visible? I have just opened one virtual machine. I hope it is visible. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. So always whenever you want to do any experimentation or anything, you always use the virtual box, and within that virtual box you use this Kali or anything like that. So these machines you have to use inside the sandboxing, so that you are not having any vulnerability in your actual system. Otherwise, sometime in the place of learning, we can get some data leak or some issue can be there. So say this is just booted now. So this is the Kali operating system. So that we are having. So by default, uh, there is Kali, and Kali is the password most of the time. Whenever you install from internet, very first time you can get Kali. You can change that later. So this is a very good UI based and all this. So as you can see here, some activity is now started. That is the, if you see more CPU utilization, you can see it here, and that means your system, how exactly your system is running. If your system is running very fast or any unknown activity is going on, then this will be showing large activity. Like at the start of the OS, see some activity was there, but after that it is working fine. So this is the Kali Linux UI or desktop. So even inside this, we can do some command analysis. So you have to just press Control Alt T. That will open a terminal window over here. Control Alt T, or here because when we talk about servers, at server we don't have these kind of UI. In we are having only command line interface, CLI commands. So that is why I have pressed command line interface. So I got this. Otherwise, you can even use this window. This is again terminal root window. Even it has given the PowerShell window as well. So you can use that. So in the Kali Linux, if I use ifconfig, So it will show me the IP addresses and the different MAC ID, IPv6. So all these things are available, as you can see. Let's say I want to clear the screen first. So it's clear. So I'll do the full screen, and here only. So I want to, yeah. So I say I all the commands that we did, we can use it here. Okay. ifconfig space slash all. Okay, that is not the command. So okay, sorry, I was doing the ping. So ping space, if I do a simple ping, so I have to mention some website. So let's say google.com. If internet is working, this will ping, and you can see the packets are getting received, and it will show you the time also. In the IPv4, we got to know there is something called as TTL, which is called as time to leave. So see, the value of this TTL is 225. In other internet, it will be different. In my actual operating system, it will be different. As you can see, the time which is going into millisecond. So ideal is less than 1 millisecond. So if you are within the LAN, it will be less than 1 millisecond. Okay. So Control Z. You can break this operation. Most of the time, whenever you are doing anything into command window, you need, if it is going in the loop, you can break the operation. You can either press Control Z, or you can press the Control C. So that's will clear. So similarly, if I say ping space dash t and then google.com. So sorry. So even if you know IP address, you can use that IP address as well. So these are the different uh, options which are available. So even we can use the packet uh, Wireshark here in this environment as well. But I have just installed it in my actual operating system. So let's go there. So I'll just minimize this virtual thing, and it has been installed. So I'll just click on finish. So whenever you are encouraged to install any either Ubuntu or any operating system into the, even you can install multiple ones. Okay, so you can check out any videos how to install this virtual any OS into virtual box. And for companies or bigger organizations, they are not using virtualbox. They are using some different hypervisor like VMware, and they are paid also. So VMware is also similar to virtualbox. Oracle's this virtualbox is actually free, so anyone can install anywhere, and they can install any operating system within that. So even we can install any operating system which is actually outdated, older, and just to have some experiment with that, just to learn whether we can do some penetration testing, hacking, and all this stuff we can check for that. So yeah, installation is done. Now let's say I'll check Wireshark. So it is there. You can even run as admin, or you can just click on run. So when you start with run, so it is showing that you are having these many interfaces and the values. So you have to select a particular LAN or interface values. Okay, and then just a minute, hang on. Okay, yeah. So we have to select whether it is Ethernet, there is virtual Ethernet default switch, then there is a loopback traffic which is virtually present if you are not connected to internet. Some other local Ethernet connections are shown, but they are inactive. So Wi-Fi is my the capture field. Even you can select any kind of interface. All interfaces are shown here. You can select only wired or wireless or external capture, whatever you want. So let's say I'm selecting this Wi-Fi capture. So if I've selected Wi-Fi capture, I'll let it run for some time. So I can start with the capture command. I can start the capture, so it is already started. Let's say I'm running it for some time. I'm checking if any TCP packet, UDP packets are captured now. And after that, I'll click on stop. Now this entire data set has been created. I can just click on here. I can scroll and then I can know that what are the different packets we have captured. So see, if you have captured any UDP packet, TCP packet, all these packets are there. So as you can see, and if I click on any UDP packet, so it will show that what is the source and destination. So see, destination port is 443, and here something at the rate, some value is there. Okay, if it is encrypted, you will not be able to see. If it is open port, then you can see. So data is of 69 byte. So everywhere you can select these things. Similarly, if I click on this uh, TLS, so TLS is the actually a very important concept, and we are going to study that also. This is actually securing the thing. So we have the transport layer, sorry, transport layer security version 1.2. Currently we are having TLS v 1.3. So most of at some places now advisories have said that 1.2 is now obsolete and upgrade to 1.3 actually. So this is the actually converting your normal text into ciphertext encryption, and this is providing encryption or encryption of the data in transit. In transit means whenever your data is in on the internet moving from source to destination, that is called as in transit. And at stationary, so we have to secure our data even at stationary, even in the in transit mode, both way. So in transit means it is traveling, and stationary means it is stored at your laptop, maybe in your phone, maybe at cloud, maybe at your email or online somewhere. So even at that time also it should be encrypted. WhatsApp messages are, WhatsApp backups are encrypted, you can enable that option. But otherwise we are keeping most of the photos and galleries in our cell phones unencrypted. But many other people who are having some sensitive data, they try to keep it encrypted. So as you can see here, source is this, destination is this. Who is this source? 34.93.8.73. So 34.93.8.73, who is this user? Even you can check that. You can use various, there are like various websites through that you can check your IP addresses. So I'll just see, give you total virus is a very good website to check the IP address in credibility, whether your IP address is malicious or is it good one. So I'll just what was that uh, IP address? The Wireshark. So Wireshark from there 34.93.8.70. So I'll just type it 34.93.8.73 or 4 73. You just enter, it will give you certain information. Which IP is that? I'll just clear the clutter now. So it is Indian IP. It is coming from Google Cloud Platform GCP, and this is not. If others are reported that this is abusive IP address, so you will see the threat list over here. How many of below are actually raising this flag? So all these are the different IP checking communities, and they have not raised the flag yet about this. This is Indian IP address which is coming from uh, AS means it is internet group, which is bunch of group which is called as a autonomous system. So autonomous system number, this internet device divided into this particular form. So if I use any other IP, let's say I'm going for one IP, let's say 13 dot anything you can type, 34.9.11. Let's check this IP. Yeah, this IP belongs to Amazon and it is from Ireland. So you can see that this is not abused and it is clearly present. Let's say I'm going with 113 now. So if I click on 113, even that is from Atria Network Corporation, and this is from Japan. So whatever public IPs are there which are available onto the internet, not the private IP address. If you try to see your private IP address 192.160, that is class C IP address dot 0.1. So this is private IP address. It will show it is private IP address. This is generally used by local LANs. Like when you get connect to your internal router, you get these kind of IPs. So they are the private IPs. They are not meant for public side. They are not onto the internet. So whenever internet means packet arrives at the destination router, and from there it is routed to the private IP address. So every organization is having plenty of private IP addresses, and they are given to their connecting endpoints. Okay, so these are the this is a website where you can check the credibility of any IP address. So this is coming from Google actually, and delivered to at this address, and this is using this particular protocol, and the application data is having something which is, let's say, supposed to be encrypted. Similarly, you can use this plain HTTP, so you can get, you are getting this. All these are the encrypted data. Okay, these are the address. These are the hexadecimal address. At this address, that another blue data is there. Here also double dot is there. These are having this. So this is the memory locations of the packets. This is the packet format. Okay, like we say IP packets. So all those are having this packet format, as you can see here in the source port. From port 3 it is going to destination port this, and it is having this acknowledgement and other part. So all these things you can capture. Now we'll see how exactly we are using different kind of filters. So we can use different filter. Okay, so let's say I want to know HTTP. So it has turned green, means I'm writing it correct. Again I have put a dot, again it is in the yellow. Red part means I'm not right, something is missing. So it is also even giving the suggestions that you can use. So HTTP accept, HTTP encoding, there are plenty of HTTP dot commands which are available. You can even select from this also. Let's say I want to know HTTP request. So if I, this is single command, so I'll just press and enter. So when I get this enter, it is showing that there was no request made during the time when I captured the data. Okay, similarly if I want to say HTTPS dot, it is showing it is in red color, means I'm not using it correct way. Okay, So we can use plenty of commands related to, I'll just check some other. So UDP is actually video data, which is because of we are using what this online meeting software. So because of this, you can see UDP data is going on because uh, streaming live data, all these are sent on to the UDP. Because even my voice is somewhat missed or data is lost, then also you can understand what I'm actually saying. Even if some video bits are lost, it is okay. But when some sensitive files are there, then they will get corrupt if we use UDP, user datagram protocol. So you can see the IP address it is using 35.200.149.27. So let's check out that also. 35.200. What was that? 149.27. Just check whether it is correct. Yeah, so let's say I want to check this also. Just press enter. So my communication is going towards Google again. So GCP, I think it is hosted onto GCP. So GeoMetka things are hosted onto the GCP. So this is how we are having different packets available and we can capture them out. So there is UDP packet, as you can see. When I select, by default some options are available. If I select this data, so this is happening here. If I select user datagram protocols, it is showing over here. Okay, then again see something at the google.com. Some, it depends upon whether you are using encrypted or non-encrypted data. So all these are the UDP packets, and there is one TCP packet. So again, in between connection is there. So again, check is there. So TCP packets are even they are using secure protocol port 443. So whenever you are using secure internet, you must route your data from port 443 only. So these are the things. Now let's say I want to restart the capture. I'll just I don't want to save. I want to start again. And meanwhile, let's say I want to use some particular website, HTTP. So it is saying HTTPS or HTTP. Okay. So let's say I want to use this particular website. So this is CSA website, Cloud Security Alliance. And when you click on here, you can see it is showing connection is secure. So it is using TLS. If you click on this, it is saying certificate is valid. If you click on here, you will see the informations related to that. So from your browser only, you can check many things. Okay, so it is, this certificate was issued on March 14. It is valid up to 12 June 25. Whatever they are using, the SSL certificate, it is using the encryption algorithm SHA-256. So I'll tell you what is there in the details. And then you can see the version, then serial number, certificate algorithm which is used, which layer security is there, C and E5. So code names are given. Then there is subject, and you can see the public key and private key as well. Then so all these are actually from this particular connection secure. So connection secure is actually SSL certification, which is actually securing your data in the transit. So whenever your password, everything is there, they are private, and they are sent with encryption. So nobody in this else into the in between, they are able to decrypt that. So this is what why security is important. So even if I just remove this S from HTTPS, I'm just putting HTTPS. So if I try to see, it is auto correcting and going to that. So there are some HTTP websites also. So normally our local servers or within on-premise server, on-prem servers, they are accessible directly. So there we can use HTTP only. So let's say I have done some activity in there, and now I'll try to stop. So now when I try to stop and I want to go back, I'll go back. So you can see some activity was performed here. See, this is showing certain area where you need to focus on. So just click on over here. So you got some packets. You just scroll down. See, you have got one. If I click this one, so it is showing me. So if it is packet is dropped or any issue is there, it will be highlighted with different color. Then again TLS is used. So this is how you can filter out, and you can check any particular packet only. Let's say I want to know TCP packets only. So let's say TCP port number 80 and second port number you can mention. It's a TCP. Let's say I want to see the communication between TCP and UDP which is happening at port number 80. So I'll just click on over here. So it will give me the data. So there are the see here all the TCP's packets are available. So you can just check out which version was there, which protocol was used, and on the downside you can see the timestamp. Sequence number is always there. So you should also know that how TCP is working, how in the network TCP packets are working. So these are the basics of the network as well. Okay, just a minute. Right. So this is about the Wireshark. This I was using only for Wi-Fi. I can select the different interface. If I'm connected to any LAN or anything, I can go with that. Even I can find a particular packet also if I want based on the hex value. So I have need to provide certain hex value E0 colon 009 anything. Okay, so this is um, A to E and 0 to 9. So let's say 09 or something like that. So anything matching to that we will be able to find. So this is how we can track. So see wherever E0 and E3 and 09 is there, that those are highlighted here. I can just keep on clicking so I can get the next ones. So this is how we are able to trace and investigate the packet. There are some other options available where we can even make the packet. Okay. So, but I'll recommend another software which is very good for this. That is called as Cola Soft Packet Builder. So you can use this Colasoft packet builder software as well, and with this you can make a packet. You can run in your particular LAN, and then you can capture them, and you can see whether data you have sent that is available, that is being seen. So that is possible. Okay. So these are the things related to Wireshark tool. Okay, I'll just show you one demonstration video as well, which will have some more um, packets. Okay, and then we can take up some questions if you want. So I'll just run that video. I have marked it on the YouTube here. Let's see. Uh, I think voice, if it is available, then it is okay. Otherwise, I will be explaining.
The traffic you'll see coming out of, say, the physical interface here will be traffic to the router, to the internet, so anything going to the internet. And if this PC
is it audible, whatever is said in the video? Otherwise, I'll explain.
Okay, so that's the first point I want to make. So we're over here
audible?
in Wireshark now, and you'll realize quickly why I mentioned the importance of selecting the right interface. The PC I'm doing this video from has multiple interfaces, including looks like 4 Ethernet connections, 3
So
low
there are
layer
different
connections,
Ethernet connections
connection.
available.
It's got Bluetooth adapter on there, and it's got an adapter.
Even we can enable
UCAP,
it for USB as well. So we can
topic.
see what data
Now,
on USB is
I
traveling.
know for a fact that my computer is connected via Ethernet cable to the router, right? I like to connect over Ethernet via Wi-Fi. So I know from before this video that that's the case. If you didn't know that was the case, there's a couple of ways that you could figure that out.
You can see the traffic flowing, and you can select the Ethernet
graph here that shows you the status of how much traffic is going in and out of that interface at any given time, right? So if I wanted to say, figure out, okay, well, I got some traffic here and I got traffic here, which one of these is actually the one that is generating the traffic for me? What I could do is run a like download, like I go to the internet, download some traffic, and you'll see that the graph starts to pick up. For now, I know that this is Ethernet, but there's a couple of ways that you could do that. Worst case scenario, do trial and error and capture from multiples. You could also do a shift select and capture multiple interfaces at once. This is only really useful if you're actually using those interfaces. In my scenario, I'm not actually using Bluetooth, and these connections here are all logical interfaces, which is a more advanced topic, but they're not really used. So the only one that actually sends data in and out right now is this Ethernet adapter. So first step, select the interface that you want to capture traffic from. It's simple enough. The second thing is, and I'm actually going to bleed it to my second point about capture filters and display filters, is this thing up here called a capture filter. Now, before I get to that, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to select Ethernet. I'm going to hit go, the shark icon. And right away, what I'm going to see is a whole bunch of traffic, even if I'm not actually doing anything on the internet, even if I'm not downloading or playing games or whatever. My computer is always in constant communication. Any computer is in this.
So continuously there will be traffic over here.
Like
I'll just
like
forward this
wide
at the
open
picture
capture.
filtering. So because
oh wow, there's a lot of packets going to this IP. What is that about? It's more of an investigative mode.
So it has sorted the maximum data. So sorting can be done.
Fix my screens. The downside is that the file size can be huge, because ultimately you're not stopping any of the traffic. You're from the door. You're letting it all in. So if I was doing this, say, on a file server that's like actively providing a lot of downloads to users, this file would fill up, in maybe a few minutes, maybe a few seconds if it's a really busy server. Okay, so taking it and analyzing it. So you want to make sure your file size doesn't get too huge. So that takes me to the second piece of this, which is how to use a capture filter.
Acha, by the way, I'll tell you something. Power BI is actually 10 times better than Microsoft Excel. And yes, I know this might shock some people, but
now I'm back to the Wireshark Mod53 is DNS. So what I'm telling Wireshark is that I only want to see the DNS traffic coming in and out.
So let's say he's checking only for the DNS traffic. So only DNS protocol traffic will be available here.
Packets that I'm actually capturing in this file is much less than before. And in fact, we can confirm that this is all DNS because Wireshark is telling us it's DNS. Okay. So if you're doing an investigation and you know for certain, like say, for example, you're having an issue with your DNS server, and you know for certain that the issue is a DNS protocol issue.
So if you want to diagnose DNS, you can only capture DNS.
And actually run it for a lot longer than if you were capturing DNS plus everything else on the machine, right? Some additional examples. Let's just close this out. Do one more example with you. Let's say TCP port 443. That's HTTPS or TLS. And same thing. Now we switch from DNS to TLS and TCP. If you want it, you can just pick a packet and confirm that, in this case, the destination port's 443. But that's effectively it, right? You filtered out to just what you need, and that way you keep the file size at a reasonable size, or at least less large than it would be if you did a wide open, okay? My preference, especially when I'm troubleshooting, let me just pull up my diagram one more time. Wide open capture, and
Okay, so here it is showing that if your PC is connected to the router or your router is connected
everything
further
coming
to
out of
the
this pipe.
internet, then you are having multiple interfaces. And all these multiple interfaces can be checked for the wires with the traffic. So checking the traffic is actually continuously done into the firewall, into the different intrusion detection and CDN networks. So we'll even in the further journey we'll see that what are the devices which are analyzing the packets, and they are checking for the anomaly, sudden outburst of the data packets. So they come to know that this can be a DDoS attack. Similarly, there are plenty of things which can be done. Okay, so I just want you all to take a look on all these kind of thing that related to the Wireshark, and this demo, this lab we did, and then we can go further even with some other tools as well. So this will give you some understanding that how packets are captured in the particular interface, and then we can select a particular packets. Then we can analyze those packets, whether traffic is going on there or not. Is it idle? So a lot of things are. And if lot of packets are traveling, we can even check number of counts and all these things. So these are the packet analyzing tool. But there is one downside of all these, that you are using this for diagnose purpose, but meanwhile while checking the traffic, while understanding that is your PC is present in this particular LAN or doing something, so meanwhile it also sends some query packets. So if you do lot of query via Wireshark, your internet or your local LAN may go down, or this is not with just one single PC, but if you run it for multiple computers, definitely it is like most likely. So you always try that not to bring down the actual traffic. Okay, but anytime you can just run and stop the capture, and then you can do your study for further packet capturing. Okay, so I hope this particular tool is now known to you. You can also try for with your system as well, or you can use the sandboxing like I shown you in the virtual box, and you can install any operating system which you are comfortable with, and you can go ahead with that. So is it fine? Any questions or anything you want to ask? Can you you want to go ask? Then please go ahead.
No, it's clear for me. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So go with the next topic now, because it is a bit bigger topic. So we will start it in the next session then. And some small hands-ons are now will be available, and I share you those documents onto the group only, so that you all can at least put your hands on that, and just keep learning small things, and that will boost the confidence. And see, every day there is something new coming in the field of cybersecurity. So I cannot say that everybody knows everything. So even today we have got new automation tools and everything. So I need to tune it for my organization, how exactly it is done and all. So every time there is a new learning. So it is not that everybody is knowing everything, but you all can start learning many things, and it will help you to understand at least basics of cyber security. And once it is known, then you can go ahead in particular field, and once you get some more exposure, it will like it will align them. So yeah, so any more questions, then we can stop this session for today actually.
So, sir, can
Yeah.
you please send some like a projects related to the Wireshark so we can practice like
Mhm.
which is helpful for us to. build a resume and we can, add that skill in your resume too.
Yeah, yeah. So see, you have now seen the Wireshark. Okay. So you can do
Yeah.
some hands-on practice on Wireshark, and this is a very important packet sniffing tool. So even we can mention it in the CB. Even in my CB, I have still mentioned this that the packet sniffing tools like Wireshark or packet sniffing tool, Soft packet builders, and many other pcap softwares are there. So it is always good to mention these softwares, and you should know how exactly it is working, what are the options in there, what is the current version of the software available, and any new feature if you know. So this is what is the thing. Whenever you add anything in your CV, make sure that you know its version, you know which version you have worked on. At least you don't know the latest one, no problem, but if someone asks that which version you have worked on, so at least you should be able to tell. So this is how we when we take the interview, we get to know that whether person has some experience with the software or not. So I'll post the similar kind of things also, maybe any activity which is available. Okay.
And for a virtual box, you are using the Oracle software, right?
Yeah, Oracle's virtual box is there, which is available for free for everyone.
Yeah.
So
So
in
that's
that you
that's all.
can then you can download a particular software. It is better you go for .ova operating systems, because that is pre-installed. You just import it into the VirtualBox and directly installed. But it is of higher, like a 1 GB or 2 GB, and if 3 GB around. And if you only install or download the ISO file of the operating system, then you need to complete the full installation. Let's say it will take another 10-15 minutes within the virtual box. So it is better to good to have any particular operating system within the virtual box. So you all can install virtual box, and inside that you try to install any operating system. Then we can do something, some practice.
And
Okay.
I have one more question.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I have Wireshark in my PC,
Hmm.
so if I'm using the virtual box, then that Wireshark can capture the my whatever the package is transferring in my VM.
See, it is depending upon which type of connection is made with the VM and your internet, which is outside. So, if it is NAT type of connection, then it will be shown. But if you have used a bridge connection, then it will not be shown. So, there are a different type of connection. Default, it is NAT connection. So, if it is NAT, then you can see all the communications which is coming from outside to your VM, and even VM to outside, both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all from my side.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, then today we are just closing it now, because Wireshark is okay. So please watch some videos or anything which you find it suitable to you. So just get to know what is Wireshark, and at least visit that website of wireshark.org, and you'll get some more information there. And later on, you can refer this recording for if you want to implement something. Okay. Yeah. Okay, then see you in the next sessions.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye.
Thank you.